Do you know what to do when an employee reports sexual misconduct to you? When Kim called me, he did not. He had two employees that he knew had dated, but what he wasn't aware of is that what we'll call Taylor had accused Tyler of sexual assault. I'm Nancy Schick of Third Ear Conflict Resolution, where we take a holistic approach to resolving workplace disputes just like this. So what did I do to help Kim? The first thing that we did, which I would recommend for most people in this situation, is first you got to look at what is the legal liability. And because I'm an attorney, I can do that. I can analyze the situation and look at whether there is any kind of legal liability for the business or for Kim, who owned the business and was one of the key officers. So what we did is we looked at, when did this happen? And as we fleshed it out, we learned that the alleged sexual assault had occurred before he had even hired Tyler. So Taylor had been working for him. He had a good relationship with her, but did not know when he hired Tyler that this allegation was out there. So there was no immediate liability for something that had happened before Tyler started working there. However, there was definitely a concern about what could happen as far as repeated behavior in the future. They weren't dating anymore, but we still wanted to kind of work through that and find out what other kinds of risks were there. It was a great opportunity for us to look at what are the risks for not just this couple that had broken up, but what are the risks for other employees in that workplace? Were there things like overnight stays, overnight travel, where employees had to work together, might have roomed together, and it might not even be the way that you think, right? In the old days when I was coming up, if we traveled together and it was a male and a female, that we didn't put them together. But we now know that you could have put me, as I've been in that situation before, where maybe I was in a room with a female who was attracted to other females. It might have been uncomfortable in that situation, or two males, right? So you can't assume just by how you think people identify that you can put them together. So there are a lot of those kinds of things that you have to flesh out. And it just raises your risk. It doesn't mean you can't do them. It just means you have to do a risk analysis. And that's what we did. So then we looked at things like, is there alcohol in the workplace, and other types of risks that might raise the likelihood of a sexual misconduct situation. Now, in the next video, I'm going to go through what we did next, because once we address the legal liability, we weren't finished. So if you're interested in learning more about how to handle these, make sure you hit that subscribe button below. We will be going through a 3-part series. And if you have this situation now and you'd like a consultation before we record the rest of the videos, I'll put the link to the notes in the notes to the video. And in the meantime, keep listening with your third ear for the hurt you can heal.